As Maine continues to feel the impact of climate change, preserving our environment is becoming increasingly more important. That's why conservationists are leading the effort to protect Cousins Marsh, and they're nearing their goal to do just that. News Center Maine's Sean Stackhouse reports.
Cousins River Marsh sits quietly in the town of Yarmouth.
This property is a really good representation of coastal southern Maine.
Open fields and freshwater draws make it a thriving ecosystem, but this 82-acre saltwater marsh and fields could one day look very different.
Salt marshes are a special kind of habitat that are particularly imperiled by climate change and sea level rise.
Amanda Devine, a regional stewardship manager with the Maine Coast Heritage Trust, calls the area outside of Cousins River fields and marsh home. She says the time to take action to protect this area is now.
As sea level rises, the whole surface of the marsh becomes wetter and saltier. And so the idea with protecting salt marsh habitat to make it more resilient to sea level rise is that those marshes are going to migrate slightly upward and slightly inland as sea level rises.
As research continues to show climate change is altering this habitat, Maine Coast Heritage Trust, Royal River Conservation Trust, and Freeport Conservation Trust are teaming up to raise the nearly $2.2 million needed to purchase the land. They plan to keep it undeveloped so the marsh can respond to the changing climate and rising sea levels naturally.
Growing up, I used to just be all over the properties out here as a kid running around.
Ian Michaud is a lifelong Yarmouth resident and says he basically grew up on the marsh. Now, as head distiller at Liquid Riot Bottling Company, he's joining the effort to protect it. On Sunday, the 3 land trusts and the craft distillery welcomed the community to the marsh for tours and lessons in preservation.
But I do like to see a lot of this older land being conserved and hopefully being used for more traditional uses.
Now they're in the home stretch of fundraising. With a matching donation expected, the team needs to raise around $120,000 to purchase the land and protect it for years to come.
And because they are so special, they are on the decline, they really warrant immediate conservation action.
Action to preserve a unique ecosystem as changing climate and possible development leave its future in question. In Yarmouth, Sean Stackhouse, News Center, Maine.
Right now, the land is owned by an LLC, and if these groups cannot purchase this land, it could eventually be bought and used for things like housing development. You can find more info on how to protect Cousins Marsh and donate by visiting Maine Coast Heritage Trust's website, mcth.org.